Hey, I just got back from meeting with the head of my son's Christian school that he's going to next year for kindergarten. And I was meeting with his principal, or the head of the school, regarding implementing purity in the school, because they don't have any type of purity education or sex ed until I think 6th grade. And when I found that out, I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't want my son going to a school, especially a Christian school, where you can talk about God and there's no purity. It doesn't make sense. So I was able to present my book to the head of the school, and he's very open, and he realizes that it's needed, and he realizes that it's the parents need to come on board, and we need to work together to talk to our kids about purity. The nurse was also there, and she was just looking very concerned because she just held a meeting with some parents. She had a small group of girls, and she met with their parents about being proud to be a girl, and not being ashamed to be a girl, and that God made us, girls, for those of us that are girls. And she was just concerned because not a lot of parents came, nor did they show interest. And so the head of the school actually told me that I am a voice in the wilderness, because not a lot of people that he's seen are talking about purity. And I said, I don't mind being a voice in the wilderness, because Satan is not going to wait for our children to get adults to attack them and try to kill them. He's going to start as soon as sometimes he starts before they even get out of the womb, and a lot of them don't make it out of the womb. And then if they do make it out of the womb, then he wants to silence their parents because of their parents' shame of their sexual past. We can't let shame silence us. We can't let our shame shut us up, because our children need to know the truth about sex. So if we don't know how to teach it, it's all in God's word, but if we don't know how to teach it, then get resources so that the next generation can be better prepared than what we were, and so these generational curses can stop. All the generational curses that were on me in my life have ceased, because of the choices my husband and I have made. Because we chose not to sleep together before marriage, because we're choosing to teach our children purity. But I'm so excited because I get to present at the back to school night in September at my son's private school, and I'm so excited to talk to the parents. It's not about selling books. I'm selling Jesus. I'm selling Jesus to Christians. That sounds crazy, but I'm pushing, because God created sex, and it's sometimes people can't understand that. Like, they put all this emphasis on their child learning reading, writing, math, STEM, the arts, sports. What about their purity? Satan doesn't care how smart or cute or talented your child is. He's out to kill them. And if you're ignoring purity, then you're putting your child at a major disadvantage. Purity affects every single relationship in their lives. People sit at work all day on their jobs that their prestigious jobs, looking at pornography. It's destroying families. It destroys our minds. It destroys our relationships. And so this topic is so important, and right along with getting them tutored in math and reading and science and all that, make sure that if you're not teaching them purity, that you have someone that is, or you have a book. If it's not my book, somebody's book. The Bible is a good start, So, it's unfortunate that at our churches, at our schools, especially Christian schools where you can talk about it God's way, because in public schools they throw condoms at you and Planned Parenthood. I'm not saying that's every public school, but it's different in public schools, and there are a lot of good public schools, but that's besides the point. Our children are missing the truth about sex at school. They're missing it at church, because a lot of times there's no purity class or purity teaching for our children at church, and they're missing it at home. So where are they getting it? Where are they getting the truth? Because lies are available everywhere. So I just wanted to come on, and I'm not yelling. I'm just very passionate, because I don't want another child to be molested. I don't want another child to be sexually exploited. I don't want another child to be abused. I don't want another family to be broken up by pornography. I don't want another child to be a molester or addicted to pornography, or I just want this stuff to stop. And I am a voice in the wilderness, and I will use my voice. I'm quiet normally, but on this topic I'm very loud, and I will continue to be very loud. And I will use my entire life to tell as many people as I can. Don't wait to talk to your children about sex. Don't wait. If you don't know how, get help. And live your life in a way that pleases God. Use your body to honor Him. If you're not married, you shouldn't be having sex. Stop taking clothes off for your boyfriend. He's not your husband. These things affect our children. Don't bring pornography into your home. Make sure your children know who Jesus is for themselves. That's just my encouraging word for today.